Hi everyone. I want to start by saying something that might feel uncomfortable, but it's the truth. Mental health is still one of the most stigmatized topics in professional spaces. But here's the thing, we don't get to choose the challenges life throws at us, and mental health is no different. For many of us, it shows up at the most inconvenient times, like when we're climbing the corporate ladder or pushing through high-stress projects. We live in a world where vulnerability is often seen as weakness, but let me be clear, vulnerability is strength. Today, I'm here to talk about something that affects all of us, whether we acknowledge it or not. The reality of mental health in the workplace and why it's time we started destigmatizing it. We're going to explore the power in shifting our mindset. We're going to talk about breaking down the walls that keep people from asking for help. And most importantly, we're going to challenge the status quo and change the conversation around mental health, not just for others, but for ourselves, because it matters. So if you've ever felt like you're the only one in the room struggling, I want you to know you're not. And today we start the journey of changing that narrative. Mental health is an essential part of overall well-being, not a sign of weakness. For too long, mental health has been misunderstood and often dismissed as something that only affects certain people. In professional settings, this has resulted in individuals feeling hesitant or ashamed to acknowledge their struggles. The misconception that mental health issues are linked to personal flaws or weakness creates a significant barrier to open discussions. In reality, mental health is as vital as physical health, and its impact on a person's ability to perform, interact, and thrive at work cannot be overstated. When we view mental health as an essential aspect of well-being, we begin to understand that mental health struggles are a normal part of the human experience. Just as someone might suffer from a physical ailment like the flu, mental health challenges such as anxiety, depression, or stress can be just as prevalent and should be treated with the same level of care and attention. When we begin to shift this perspective, we start to create an environment where people can prioritize their mental health without fear of judgment or repercussions. Mental health does not define a person's ability to succeed. The reality is that many individuals with mental health challenges are highly productive, creative, and capable. The key is to recognize that mental health issues should not be seen as a weakness, but as a part of the human experience that requires care, understanding, and the right support to manage effectively. Only then can we build professional environments that are truly inclusive and resilient, where individuals feel empowered to address their mental health without fear of stigma or discrimination. The stigma surrounding mental health in professional settings creates barriers to seeking help. In many workplaces, there is an unspoken pressure to appear strong, confident, and unaffected by personal struggles. This pressure often results in employees hiding their mental health issues, out of fear that admitting vulnerability will negatively impact their career progression or the way they are perceived by colleagues and leaders. This stigma not only affects individuals on a personal level, but also impacts the broader work environment, where silence around mental health can perpetuate unhealthy dynamics and a lack of support. The fear of being judged or labeled as weak is a major deterrent for employees to seek help. Many individuals worry that disclosing mental health challenges will lead to a loss of respect, credibility, or even job security. This can cause a person to internalize their struggles, pushing them further into isolation, anxiety, and even more severe mental health issues over time. As a result, rather than seeking the help they need, many employees try to manage their struggles in silence, which ultimately impacts their performance and well-being. Moreover, this stigma can perpetuate a cycle where mental health issues are not openly discussed, and employees feel they are the only ones facing such challenges. This lack of visibility further isolates individuals and strengthens the narrative that mental health is something that should be hidden or ignored in professional environments. Without open conversations about mental health, workplaces miss out on the opportunity to create a supportive culture where employees can thrive and feel understood. The barrier created by stigma is not just an individual problem, but one that affects entire organizations, preventing the cultivation of a healthy, productive, and inclusive workplace. Vulnerability at work can lead to stronger connections and improved team dynamics. Many people perceive vulnerability as a weakness, especially in professional settings, where the emphasis is often on strength, confidence, and results. However, vulnerability is, in fact, a key component of authentic leadership and team collaboration. When individuals open up about their struggles, whether related to mental health or personal challenges, it creates a deeper sense of trust and understanding within a team. By embracing vulnerability, employees and leaders alike demonstrate that it's okay to be human. A leader who acknowledges their own struggles and imperfections fosters a culture of openness, where team members feel safer to express their own concerns and challenges. This can lead to stronger bonds among colleagues as they recognize that they are not alone in facing difficulties. It humanizes the workplace and allows people to relate to one another on a deeper level, which ultimately strengthens team cohesion and loyalty. Moreover, vulnerability encourages greater empathy and support. When individuals feel comfortable sharing their mental health struggles or personal hardships, it invites others to offer their support, creating an environment of compassion. This can lead to better collaboration, as people are more willing to work together and offer help when needed. Teams that operate in a space where vulnerability is encouraged are more likely to communicate openly, brainstorm ideas more freely, and provide constructive feedback. When employees don't fear judgment for being vulnerable, it leads to increased job satisfaction, better problem solving, and higher overall morale. In addition, embracing vulnerability in the workplace helps challenge the stigma surrounding mental health. It creates a space where individuals can seek help without feeling inadequate, leading to healthier, more balanced work relationships and a more productive environment overall. Leaders have a responsibility to foster a culture of openness about mental health. In any organization, the tone set by leadership directly influences the behavior and attitudes of employees. When leaders are proactive in acknowledging the importance of mental health and openly discuss their own experiences or concerns, it sets an example that mental health is not something to be hidden or ashamed of. By doing so, leaders can break down barriers and create an environment where employees feel empowered to seek help without fear of judgment or consequences. A leader's stance on mental health can significantly shape the culture of the entire organization. If leadership dismisses or ignores mental health issues, it sends a message that such topics are not important or relevant, perpetuating the stigma. On the other hand, leaders who actively promote mental well-being, provide mental health resources, and encourage conversations about mental health create an inclusive environment where employees feel valued and supported. This can lead to increased employee engagement, reduced absenteeism, and higher job satisfaction. Leaders can also play a crucial role in ensuring that mental health resources and support systems are available and accessible to all employees. This might include offering counseling services, mental health days, flexible work arrangements, or employee assistance programs. Furthermore, leaders should ensure that policies and practices within the workplace do not inadvertently help mental health challenges, such as unrealistic expectations, excessive workloads, or lack of work-life balance. When leaders prioritize mental health, they signal to the entire organization that it's okay to be open about challenges, and that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. By fostering this type of environment, leaders not only promote individual well-being, but also contribute to the overall success and productivity of the organization. Mental health challenges are common and affect everyone, regardless of position or success. It's easy to assume that only certain individuals or those in high-stress jobs are susceptible to mental health issues. However, mental health struggles do not discriminate. They can impact anyone, whether they are entry-level employees or CEOs. The misconception that mental health challenges are only a concern for a specific group leads to the neglect of many individuals who may need help but feel they are not allowed to show vulnerability. No matter how successful or accomplished someone may seem on the outside, they too can face mental health challenges. These challenges may manifest as anxiety, depression, burnout, or stress, and they do not care about a person's job title, achievements, or financial standing. Many employees may feel they need to hide their mental health struggles because of the fear that it will undermine their professional credibility or success. This reinforces the idea that mental health is a luxury concern reserved only for those in lower positions or less successful roles, which could not be further from the truth. By acknowledging that mental health affects everyone, organizations can start to create a more inclusive environment where employees feel safe seeking help, regardless of their job role. When we break down the barriers of stigma, it becomes clear that mental health is a universal concern. In fact, those who hold leadership positions are often under immense pressure and face unique challenges, making them just as susceptible to mental health issues as anyone else. Recognizing this reality creates an opportunity for organizations to normalize mental health care for all employees, regardless of their position or perceived success. This shift in perception fosters a culture where everyone can prioritize their mental well-being without fear of judgment. Creating a supportive work environment can enhance productivity and employee retention. When employees feel that their mental health and well-being are prioritized, they are more likely to be engaged, motivated, and productive in their roles. A supportive work environment is one where individuals feel valued, understood, and equipped with the resources they need to manage both their personal and professional challenges. This not only benefits employees on an individual level, but also has a direct impact on the overall success of the organization. A key aspect of a supportive work environment is the availability of mental health resources and support systems. When employees have access to counseling services, employee assistance programs, or wellness initiatives, they are better equipped to handle the pressures of their job. This reduces the likelihood of burnout, absenteeism, or long-term health issues, leading to a more consistent and focused workforce. Additionally, when employees know they have a safe space to talk about their mental health without fear of judgment or reprisal, it builds a sense of trust and loyalty towards the organization. Furthermore, organizations that foster a supportive environment also tend to have higher employee retention rates. When employees feel that their well-being is cared for, they are more likely to stay with the company for the long term. High turnover rates often stem from poor work culture, lack of support, and the stress associated with a non-empathetic environment. On the other hand, organizations that prioritize mental health and overall well-being are seen as more attractive places to work, which helps in attracting and retaining top talent. Employees are more likely to stay in environments that not only provide financial stability but also contribute to their personal growth and mental well-being. In turn, this leads to a more positive, productive, and sustainable workplace.